Okay, so now this is all about Power BI, and we'll start, with the first thing, which is a content that I'll say that today we will try to cover these things, which is like introduction of Power BI, and then what all components are there in the Power BI, and what is the pricing wise. So if you want to purchase the licensed ones, then what will be the price to purchase the Power BI? And if we say Power BI, then why we are using the Power BI? Right? Maybe MS Excel is also there. So why we are not going for MS Excel? Why we are opting Power BI? How we can install Power BI to our system? And then how for the once it is installed, and how we can navigate. So I'll give you the detail that what all details are there regarding the different options for the navigation purpose. Then we will connect some of the data today so that we can see how to connect the data, and then a couple of things like ETL we will cover, like how to extract the data, how we can transfer, and then further load to the dashboard. Relationship I will try to cover today as well. With the interest of time, I'll just say that we can start with the Power BI introduction first. Now, this is about Power BI. Power BI is a Microsoft tool which is more better than the other one, like we have Tableau. So it is very much flexible, that can easily connect with any of the available data source. It helps to visualize the data, pull the insights, and you can do many things using the Power BI for the insights generation, as well as you can also do some analysis over the using the AI. You can also do some pull insights as well. So Power BI is so much flexible that you can connect with even MS Excel, Word, or maybe through PDF or web link, or through Azure Cloud or GitHub, anything. So it is so much flexible that can connect the data, and you can further transform it for your purpose. If you just try to download to your system, it will be very free. I mean, you don't need to even pay anything. You can just download and you can use it for your purpose. The thing is that you don't need to log in. You do not need to sign up to the Power BI. If you try to sign up, then that will ask, then the costing piece will come into the picture. So once it is download, so there are a couple of time that is available that you can enjoy free version of that Power BI stuff. But if you want to opt for pro license, then it is like 830 rupees INR per month you have to do pay. I mean, this is excluding GST. There is a premium license as well, which is like 1665. So that has other benefits, like you can do other stuffs with that as well. So all the things are there. It is just up to the requirement, and then for the organization piece, you can just opt and go for the licensing and costing. And then there are many things are there for the Power BI. So Power BI is not itself just one single source. There are many things. So once you download any software, that is a desktop version, which is a Power BI desktop, and that is installed in your Windows application. You can create a report from there. You can assign role based permissions from there. You can create so many views from there, and add calculated columns, maybe DAX formulas and M language. You can do anything from that. That will help. Once everything is there, you have created the report and you have created the dashboard, then you can publish it to the cloud environment. That is Power BI service. So once you publish your report, why you publish? Because the version that you have created is available with you and you are only using it. But at the time when you want it to make available for other as well in your organization, so you have to publish it, so that is available to one cloud platform where everyone can access. So that's the Power BI service. And the collaboration, you can collaborate with other people. Once you share, the other people will start using the same information, right? So that's the Power BI service. Power BI mobile is another things that the same views, but whatever you have there, you can configure in form of mobile apps as well. So that's something is installed in your mobile app, and you can also navigate the same Power BI dashboard to your mobile as well. That again a different thing, but can be done through the Power BI. And then gateway, report, server, these all are the interconnected things that how can create a Power BI, so that within there are different data, how you can bridge it, and you can connect a SFTP connection, and like that the connection between the data, how you can schedule the data that it should automatically refresh. So those are the gateways. And similarly, Power Query is the same thing, which is as Power BI. So Power BI is by default gives you a option of DAX formula. But once you transform the data, if you want to, change or make any new columns as per your requirement, if if there is only one field which is first name and last name is there in your data, but as per your requirement, you want to merge first name and last name. So either you can go without query option, or maybe you want to, do with the query option. So if you want to write a query directly, so that something can be done from the Power BI. Once you transform it, then a new window comes, which is Power Query. Power Query actually uses a AM language. AM language is different in the DAX. So those both are actually a programming language. This is all about, the overview of key components, and so that before we start, you should have a fair understanding of these things, that what all we have. Then Power BI, why Power BI and why not Excel? So, I mean, it is very simple to say whenever you work on any of the Excel, you have flexibility to create pivot tables, you can create slicer, but there are limitation to create the visualization. There is limitation to collaborate with the people. I mean, even you can create many things in that will sit inside your own laptop, that will not have drill down limitation. What is drill down? Maybe if you have created one table with a name reason, and that's showing like 500 employee. If you create on the Excel, you can see the 500 number, and maybe you have to place the employee information somewhere else. But Power BI allows, you can just right click on that number and click on the drill down, and that will, if you click on a mail number, it will give you detail of mail. If you click back, it will, expand back. So expanding option, in a layman language, is a drill down, that if I'm clicking any number, it is expanding to the further level, right? And it can enable to, connect with any data source and handle multiple data sets as well. If we work on the Excel, then sometimes Excel get stuck. So that's a big, challenge with working on the MS Excels. Real-time data. So you do not have any dependency to store the data, and then whenever it is required to refresh the data, then you have to again upload the things, run the report, and do the analysis. With a Power BI, you can just create the report, schedule the report, and automatically it refreshes as per time. So there are certain options are there that from your tool you can directly connect the Power BI, and that refreshes automatically with the time. Right. For example, you have exchange rate data available to the website. You want to see what is the currency, what is the current currency is running as on date information. So with MS Excel, every time you have to download the currency data and see what is the currency right now, USD, one USD, how many, INR. But you can just connect that data source with the currency website, and automatically it will refresh every day, and there's no dependency to do it any manual exercise. Right. So these are the few things. Then we talk about Power Query, creating relationship. We can create relationship, how we can interact with the Power BI with different tables. That's something we can also look further in this current, session. Collaboration and sharing, we spoken about how we can share the Power BI rather than Excel. It is very much flexible, right? And security and governance is the best part of the Power BI, because you can assign who can see what. If I created a Excel, then I can only say that, okay, I can password protect it. But if I just go to the Power BI, it can allow you to create different views. In your department, there are 1,000 employee. You want to say that, okay, 400 people should see HR data, and rest of the people should see marketing data. So from one single place, you can assign the information, and people will see accordingly the data. So that's the best part. Do you have any question till now, so that we can further go ahead?
No. Yeah, we can.
Great. Okay, so now this is all about Power BI, and we'll start, with the first thing, which is a content that I'll say that today we will